Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? My name is Quantic Flux, and today we're going to be checking out the playtest for a game called Godslayer Arena. It seeks to answer the question, what if Diablo was an autobattler? And it seems really cool. So without further ado, why don't we head on in and check it out. Let's see. Hero selection. Raging Bloodlord. Passively gain rage while in combat. Enter Berserk upon reaching maximum rage. So it's Barbarian. Cool. While berserking, gain the following effects. 20 bonus spell power for all spells. Okay. 25% increased mana generation. 50% increased attack speed. And basic attacks cleave all enemies in a small area. Sounds good. What else we got? Work in progress, not available. Work in progress, not available. That's okay. Range attack summons a bear. Okay, so a ranger. Astral tag. Okay. Stardust. I mean, that sounds pretty different than the Raging Bloodlord. What's a Shadow Rogue? Gain Ether while in combat. Cast Shadow Step. Dash toward a random nearby enemy. Leave behind a Shadow Clone. Sounds rad. Shadow Clones taunt nearby enemies into attacking them and explode after 3 seconds. Okay, Shadow Rogue sounds awesome. Whenever a Shadow Clone explodes, it launches 6 piercing daggers in all directions and causing your leftmost spell to autocast. This seems more up my alley. But, okay, what is this? Domain selection. God's Domain. No special domain effects. Okay, so there's 2 more planned. Replaced by Void Weapon slots. Void Gems. Okay. None of those sounds like downsides. That sounds cool. Body armor, boot slots replaced with Warlord slots. Okay. Interesting. So, it sounds like it's just a different style of play. It's not like a difficulty thing. That seems pretty cool. Here's the difficulty. It looks like there's 20 Ascension levels planned. Not available in the demo, but that's okay. Okay, cool. Let's get on in it. We do need the tutorial because I do not know what I'm doing. In Godslayer Arena, all combat actions are completely automated. Your hero will perform basic attacks and cast any spells, and you have equipped until the end of combat. Okay. Spells are acquired from the spell shop while in the planning phase. You may select one of the 3 spells offered to you in each shop. Drag spells from your spell reserve onto your main spell bar in order to equip them. During combat, one spell is automatically granted 10 mana per second. Okay, it looks like they go in order from left to right. Spells cast after they gain enough mana. Spells gain mana from left to right. Okay, I should have read further. In other words, after a spell cast, the next spell to the right starts gathering mana. Okay, cool. All right, what do we got? Ice Shade Missile. Fire 3 short-range missiles toward your current target, dealing 50 damage to enemy's hit. Every third time the spell is cast, spell is cast or autocast, fire 2 additional missiles. Additionally, missiles travel further. Okay, it looks like it has like an auto chest style thing in the top right there. Frostcraft, Shadowborn, Deathblade. Mana block your leftmost Frostcraft spell. Autocast it every 5 seconds. Mana block. Okay. I think that probably means don't give it mana and just automatically cast it every 5 seconds. That could be good or bad, depending on how fast you get mana. Summon a Shadow Minion, which levels up as you cast Shadowborn spells. Cool. Deathblade spells gain increased critical chance and critical damage. Okay. Mythical Strike. Summon Ethereal Greatsword user to swing onto a random group of enemies, dealing 55 damage in an area. Spell power increases both damage and area of effect. That sounds cool. Twilight. Casting Twilight spells generates combo, which is consumed by non-Twilight spells for additional spell power. Reaver. Gain increased area of effect. Reaver spells have a chance of casting with additional spell power and area of effect. So far, this is more interesting to me. Shock Blast. Fire an electric projectile towards your current target, dealing 50 damage. On 150 spell power, fire 2 additional projectiles. Projectiles gain increased size and travel distance. Okay. Electros. When you cast an Electros spell, conjure lightning bolts that deal damage to random enemies. Seems neat. Projectile spells fire additional projectiles. Okay. Gain shield whenever you cast a Bulwark spell. Huh. So this one's kind of defensive. I have to be honest, I'm most interested in this. Okay. We've done it. Refresh to see new spell choices. I don't have any refreshes, but thank you. Let's enter battle. Surely we won't die immediately, right? Okay, this must be a rage bar. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're not taking much damage, which is good. We're raging. Get him. Okay, you gotta dodge whatever AoE they're casting on you, my dude. I like our greatsword spirit. Pretty cool. Casting really frequently. We wasted our rage. You hate to see that. Shop refreshes. Your shop automatically refreshes at the start of each planning phase, allowing you to select another spell. You also gain one additional shop refresh, which must be used before you can start combat. Spells level up when you have 3 of the same spell. Spells can reach level 3, requiring you to have 3 level 2 spells. Each spell comes with a different set of traits. Traits grant unique effects if you equip enough spells with the same trait. Understanding which spells belong to which traits will be the key to survival. While you learn the game, it's recommended to focus on searching for 1 or 2 main traits. Okay. Dusk Bullet. Fire 2 projectiles towards your current target, dealing 40 damage. You have 130 spell power. Fire 2 additional projectiles. The next projectile you cast also gains this effect. Neat. Okay, so we got another Twilight. We want Reaver and Twilight. Lose less rage while berserking. Additionally, gain bonus SP while in berserk. Is that spell power, I'm guessing? Execution of spells deal increased damage, which further increases the lower your target's health is. That sounds good. Drain. Gain 15 attack damage for 6 seconds. Additionally, basic attacks grant the spell you're currently casting 3 spell power for its next cast. Interesting. Chronos spells either generate bonus mana or bonus spell power, depending on if they're placed next to another Chronos spell. Okay. Huh. All right. Breaker. Gain increased attack speed. Basic attacks have a chance of exploding for bonus damage. That sounds cool. What is this? This seems like a tier 2. Passive. All spells to the left gain 25% increased area. All spells to the right gain +1 projectile. Active. Randomly select either the left or right side. Grant the 3 closest spells on that side 20 spell power for the next cast. That sounds good. Enigma spells gain bonus spell power. Gain bonus hex deflection score. I don't know what that is. Tier 2 makes me think I should pick this, but we're a barbarian, and I feel like we should attack faster. I'm going to go with that. Again, though, I think this was the correct choice. Oh, I have another one. Cutthroat Slash. Okay, tier 2. Reaver. Okay, we like that. Deals 65 damage to all surrounding enemies. This spell gains bonuses depending on what types of spells it's placed next to. That's really cool. Projectile. I mean, so passive seems helpful. And area seems helpful, I guess. Anyways, can gain increased damage for each unique trait you currently have active. Okay, so that wants us to go for a bunch of them. A bunch of different traits. This is just a buff. Extended strike towards your current target. All right. It would give us 2 Reaver, which would activate that. Bolt Battery. Passive. For every 2 projectile spells you cast, grant the spell to the right 2 spell power until the end of combat. That sounds strong. Autocast a random projectile spell at 75% spell power. Okay. We're not really going for a projectile build, but that does sound incredibly strong. Every 5 seconds, a number of random spells gain mana. That also sounds incredibly strong. Deal 120 damage to nearby enemy units with the highest health. If the spell critically strikes, gain 10 attack damage for 6 seconds. Can we have something about critical strike? No. Okay, fair enough. Enemies resurrect the skeletons that fight for you. That sounds rad. Arcana spells grant adjacent spells bonus spell power. If placed on the edge, they gain it all instead. And another Death Blade. Okay. That does seem pretty cool. An army of skeletons. I think this goes with what we're trying to do most, though. It's tier 2, so... Hello? Okay, I'm not allowed to just swap them. Good to know. All right. It's tracking our damage up here on the right. Our basic attacks seem much better than our spells at the moment, which kind of makes sense since we're, barbarians. Game's pretty cool so far, though. I wonder how you get more spell slots. Guy's name was Spitface, by the way. Okay. We're not really taking damage. Experience. Experience is earned at the start of each planning phase. When you accumulate enough experience, your hero levels up, increasing the amount of spells you can equip. There you go. That answered my question. Additionally, higher tier spells will start to appear in your spell shop. By default, you earn 10 experience per stage. More ways of earning experience will appear as you progress. Okay, cool. We could get a second one of these bad boys, which will help us level it up. Grant the closest area spell 30% increased area and 15 bonus spell power for the next cast. The time this is cast in combat, gain 15% increased damage until the end of combat. That's pretty cool. Your leftmost and rightmost Infernum spells gain refill and bonus spell power. Sounds strong. Summon spirit beasts that attack random enemies. Okay. Not really a summoner type of guy. Passive, gain 50 health. Active, deal 100 damage to 3 random enemies. If this kills at least one enemy, increase the spell's passive health bonus by 1. I mean, that sounds strong. That's Frostcraft. This is absolutely Armor of Agathis, by the way. Gain bonus health regeneration whenever you cast a spirit spell. Okay. I have to be honest, I want this, but I think it's smarter to choose this. This is for science. Does not give me 3. Okay, good to know. Okay. This doesn't actually do anything right now for adjacency. What is this? Dark Gambit. Launch a magical deck of cards aimed at 3 random enemies, dealing 50 damage in an area. Okay. For 6 seconds, every third basic attack, autocast a spell. That could be really good for us if we're attacking really fast. It is a Twilight spell. Okay, what is this? Razor Blade. 50 damage to surrounding enemies. Teleport to a random enemy and cast with a 50% increased area. That's pretty cool. This is a Reaver. Gain additional shop refreshes at the start of the planning phase. Sounds good. Or another mythical strike. We could activate Twilight too. We could start trying to upgrade Mythical Strike. Okay. I think this is... Yeah, this is a spell power on the bottom right. So we're actually not that far away from getting this second effect. In fact, we got it. Because we're in rage mode. Okay, Dark Gambit is doing a huge amount of damage compared to our other moves. What is this thing? I'm not sure. Health and revives. Any damage you take in combat is fully restored once you reach the next planning phase. Start each run with 3 lives. If your health falls to 0 in combat, 1 life is consumed to fully restore your health. Okay. Select an item. Tier 1 spells grant 40 shield on cast. We don't have any way currently to not die, so that could be good. Golden Beetle. Gain an additional shop refresh at the start of each fight. The first shop refresh each fight offers only tier 1 spells. Huh. Now, my question is, if we upgrade a tier 1 spell, does it become 2 or is it still tier 1? Not sure. After 10 fights, gain 750 health, 60 evasion score, and 60 hex deflection score. After 10 fights, gain 15 shop refreshes. Holy. Gain 20 hex deflection score. Buff scales grant 20 bonus hex deflection score for 4 seconds. Whenever you deflect at least 20 hexes in a fight, gain 2 shop refreshes. It feels like it's early enough that this is a smart plan. Then again, though, 750 health is not a huge amount. I don't know how much 60 evasion is worth. You will get more hex deflection score than this can ever provide. And it gives a ton of shop refreshes. This one sounds the best to me in terms of the artifact effect. I don't know if the helmet's any good, though. Like, the shield is cool. I don't know how long we want to keep tier 1s, though. I'm going to go with this. But that possibly was a terrible idea. Gain 2 additional shop refreshes or gain 20 EXP. 20 EXP. It said we gain 10 per level, so that's like a huge amount. What do we got? Fireball. Okay. Shoot a fireball towards 2 random enemies. The fireball explodes upon colliding with an enemy, dealing 40 damage in area. All right. Enigma. I feel like we have an Enigma spell. Nope. Phantom. Gain bonus evasion score and bonus spell power for phantom spells. Okay. We do have Reaver. This goes the most with our build. You're new. Enigma spells, yep. Arcana, sure. Create an ethereal zone that lasts for 6 seconds, dealing 120 damage over 4 seconds. Enemies inside this zone take 20% increased damage from basic attacks. We do like our basic attacks, but this doesn't go with anything that we have. I'm going to grab one of you. Okay. You're tier 2 still. Okay. Deal 95 damage. I don't think anything about it changed except for the damage from what I can tell. Oops. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. We're spell down. Not good. We seem to be okay for now. Okay, we wasted our berserk. What the... Where'd my... There we go. I like to see this. Ooh, Cutthroat's actually doing a lot of damage now. Okay, get wrecked. The arena awaits you at the end of each stage. Enemies will quickly spawn in deadly waves, so make sure you're prepared for a tough fight. So, the interesting thing about shop refreshes is that every time you refresh, you get a new spell, no? So this is like 3 new spells. I still want the EXP so we level up faster to see higher tier spells. But important to know that I'm pretty sure the way this works is that every single reroll is a new spell that we can choose if we want. Dusk Bullet, Twilight, Soulwalker, Executioner. We like Twilight. I don't think I care. I'd rather upgrade this for now. We got Equilibrium. Passive. Oh, we saw this one. Ward seems helpful. Rewinding Arrow. Fire an arrow aimed at your current target, dealing 60 damage to all enemies hit. The arrow returns to you after a short delay. Neat. Chrono. Okay. Good. Projectile spells. Meh. What are you? Launch 8 projectiles in every direction, dealing 45 damage to enemies hit. A toxic gas cloud causes nearby enemies to take increased damage. Meh. I guess I'm most interested in this. But to be honest, I'm not super interested in it. Get another Reaver, but there's no point really. I feel like this might be better. Let's do this. So we're going to lose... I don't think this stacks. So let's do this. Not exactly what I had in mind. The one we want to buff is Dark Gambit. Okay, I think that's the best I can come up with at the moment. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Because, yeah, if we buff Dark Gambit, it gets every third basic attack does stuff. Still not quite as good as Cutthroat Slash, which makes sense since we upgraded it. We are starting to struggle, it looks like. This thing just got huge, by the way. We're starting to take a lot of damage. Okay. Why are you standing here? Zone selection. Portals to the next zone will appear after you clear an area. Keep an eye out for the enemy modifiers present in each zone. Some modifiers will last for that zone only, and some will last for your entire run. Holy crap. Once you enter a new zone, you'll receive a gem, depending on which zone you selected. Gems provide your spells with a variety of powerful effects. Gems can also be obtained through an item's artifact modifier. Okay. Permanent modifiers. Melee enemies deal up to 25% more damage based on your missing health. Wow. Enemy hexes reduce your mana generation by 60% for 1 second. Is a hex a circle on the ground? Because if so, that's crazy. Minor modifiers. Enemy hexes that get deflected have a 75% chance of creating an additional hex. Deal 100% more damage if you have an active shield. We can ignore that one. Influx. Mana block the spell on every other attack. Grant the spell and an adjacent spell 1 mana. Mana block spells are skipped by your mana orb. Okay. Is that good? If we attack fast enough, that's good. Okay, 2 fights in this zone spawn 3 disruptors, a godly enemy who reduces your mana generation by 20% while you stand near them. That sounds hard. Mythical enemies deal 75% less damage but gain 1,000% increased attack speed. Holy crap. This sounds significantly harder. I'm going to go here. Gems are equipped by placing them onto a spell's gem slot. Each spell may only have 1 gem equipped, and gems can be unequipped with no limitations. Okay. And an adjacent spell, so it's only 1. I feel like... Let's go refreshes this time. Clips. Combat start, your rightmost spells gain various bonuses. I wish you told me what those were. Mid Infernal Blast, dealing 50 damage. 50 damage to enemies in an area around yourself. 160 power, additionally dash towards 2 random enemies. Repeat the blast. Okay. Deathblade. I don't have Deathblade. Bulwark. Gain a shield whenever you cast a Bulwark. I have to be honest, I'm not super interested in any of these. I guess I'll take this one. Is there a reason to not take a spell? Nocturne. Launch 3 projectiles that revolve around you, dealing 20 damage to all enemies hit. Shadowborn. Deathblade. It's only for Deathblade spells, though. Seen all these, and I'm not particularly interested in any of them. What happens if we just reroll? We just not get a spell? Seems to be the case. Toxic Totem. Summon a totem at a random enemy's location, dealing 35 damage per second in an area. The totem lasts for 4 seconds. Okay. Death Pulse. Ward. Autocast a spell whenever you deflect an enemy hex. Conjure an ethereal portal at a random enemy's location. Portals fires a spread of 3 projectiles towards the enemy, each dealing 35 damage. I'm just going to do this. Upgrade the spell. And, we could get 2 chrono. Sure. Spell power or bonus mana. I don't know. There we go. I'm going to try that. See how that works. Another one of these bad boys. Infernado. Conjure an infernal tornado at 2 random enemies' locations, dealing 80 damage over 2 seconds. Sounds cool. I'm going to pass, though. I'll grab that since we already have one. Okay. So we're not going to be using this one very frequently until we increase our attack speed. For some reason, I thought Chronos increased our attack speed. I think it was actually Deathblade that does that. Starting to take a lot of damage. I can't help but notice. Casting Twilight spells generates 1 point of combo. Casting non-Twilight spells consumes all combo, granting increased spell power. Huh. So we'd have to have them all in a row in order to get that to store up combo points. Mastery spells are unique spells offered to you once per game. They don't use space on your board like normal spells do and are not offered in the spell shop. You'll be offered an upgrade for your mastery spells as you progress through the dungeon. Cool. Call the Dead. Okay. Grant yourself and all allies 20% increased basic attack damage for 6 seconds. Okay. Sounds like we should be summoning stuff if we pick that. Autocast a spell whenever you use at least 2 points of Twilight combo. Okay. Active. Perform 6 enchanted stabs in all directions, dealing 60 damage in an area. Seems pretty good. Active. Fire 3 short-range blood projectiles towards your current target, each dealing 40 damage. What is refill? I don't know. That's the one I'm least interested in. Double Eclipse. Blood Moon. The Eclipse trait now affects your 5 rightmost spells. Okay. Launch a projectile towards your current target, dealing 50 damage to all enemies. Huh. Okay. I like that you can reroll these individually. That's pretty cool. Fire an icy energy beam dealing 100 damage. Every third cast or autocast fires an empowered beam that stuns enemies for 3 seconds. Sounds pretty good. I don't have any Frostcraft or Executioner, though. Increased damage for each unique trait you currently have active. In 5% increased rage for each unique trait you have active. Launch your split projectile towards your current target, dealing 85 damage. I think I'm going to go with Blood Moon. And now, like, all of these spells... Oh, we can move this around. Okay. What do they gain, though? 5 spell power, 10% critical chance and critical damage. Okay. Interesting. You get it up to 3. 10% increased mana regeneration sounds really good on 5 freaking spells. Take this off for now. Reaver doesn't seem to be the best choice for us currently. You also want spell power, though? One, two, three, four, 5. Not ideal. You're already an area and a projectile, so I don't think it matters. I guess we'll have it like this for now. Give me the EXP, please. Bouncing Hail. Conjure an icy projectile towards 3 random enemies, dealing 55 damage. Projectiles bounce towards the furthest enemy in range twice. Cool. We're mostly going to be looking for Eclipse now, I think. Grab that. What is this? Fire 3 projectiles towards your target, each dealing 45 damage. For every 4 buff spells cast this comet, fire an additional projectile. Seems cool. Launch 6 projectiles aimed at your current target, each dealing 100 damage. Seems like a lot of damage. I don't really care about any of this stuff. I guess I'll grab you, since you might kind of be related to my build. Well, what are we doing here? Spirit. Toss in another Twilight. We've got Chrono. Bonus mana. %15 mana regeneration. I mean, that seems stronger than the spell power to me, because they're casting more frequently, but I mean, hey, what do I know? Not much. I don't think this gem is good, by the way, unless you go attack speed, so I'm going to leave it unequipped for now. All right. Definitely throwing out cards frequently because of the spell power bonus. This guy is taking a lot of damage, as are we. Just not ideal for me, I don't think. Dark Gambit is our strongest spell. Which I think tells me that the spell power stuff is working. Enemy attacks can be evaded depending on your evasion score. The higher your evasion score, the higher chance you have of successfully evading an attack. There's no limit on how high your evasion score can reach. Hexes are spells created by your enemies that deal large bursts of damage. These hexes can be deflected by your hero, causing enemies standing inside of the hex to take 8% increased damage for 6 seconds. Okay. Chance of deflecting hexes depend on your hex deflection score. Similar to evasion, there is no limit on how high your hex deflection score can reach. Okay. Okay. Passive grant this and the closest buff spell 2 mana per second. Bite in a small area towards your target, dealing 40 damage. Refill. Your mana orb will fill this spell multiple times before proceeding to the next spell. Interesting. Okay. I don't really want that. 25% increased damage for 4 seconds. For 5 seconds, whenever you evade an attack, deal 100 damage to attacker. Frost armor. Good. Your bench is full. Remove a spell to make room for this one. Yikes. Okay. Sure. Like it's time to decide what we're not going to use. Which is a bummer because we're so close to being able to get several spells. 10% increased mana regeneration seems really strong for 5 spells at once. I think you're the weakest link, my friend. We disable our chrono thing. I think it's okay, though. You'd start looking to get rid of that guy. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's too late. Okay. So we're going to be healing now that we have 2 spirit spells. Eight health regeneration per second for 10 seconds whenever we cast a spirit spell. Seems pretty strong. Ideally, though, we're really looking for more eclipse spells. Because that level 6 ability is nutty. We don't have any idea how big our spell bar gets, but I have to imagine it's probably not much bigger than this. If it gets any bigger at all, because there's not a whole lot more room for it on the UI here. Okay, we're going crazy right now. Gobble in. Spell reserve. Spell power determines the strength of your spells and is denoted at the bottom right of your spell. Spell power affects spells in various ways, such as damage and buff strength. Got it. Whenever you auto-cast a spell, gain 10 attack damage for 5 seconds. What is an auto-cast spell? Gain a gem, mana block the spell after every 5th attack auto-cast it. That's even worse than the other one. Area spells gain a bonus area equal to 100% of their mana cost. Okay. Gain a gem, grant the spell and adjacent spells plus 10 mana and costs and 60 spell power. Seems strong. How much start? Grant your leftmost and rightmost projectile spells plus 1. Refill 1 plus 1 projectile and 20% increased mana regeneration. That sounds insane, but I don't really use projectiles. Yeah, 1 projectile. Get 2 projectiles, I suppose. Gain a gem for every 5 projectiles the spell launches. Gain 7 spell power. I could be honest, this thing seems the best by far, but I'm not doing a projectile build. It might still be worth it, though. We can make these spells much more expensive, but guarantee... 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Okay. So we can make these much more expensive, but we can guarantee their spell power bonus. That seemed pretty good. Area spells gain bonus area equal to 100% of their mana costs. So we'd have to put it on one of the area spells. One I'm most likely to keep is Flame Demon, because it's an Eclipse spell. Oops. Please. Oh my god. Thank you. Okay. So 10 mana cast, 20 spell power. So we really do want to increase the cost of area spells. So let's do that. Crap. Let's do this. Does lose us the 20% bonus crit chance. I think that's okay, though. More EXP, please. All right, what do we got? Conjure Field of Decay at a random enemy's location. Double damage to enemies directly in the center. Kind of cool. Good. Not using it, though. I mean, I guess. Flame Demon? Absolutely. Is there a reason to use this? I don't think so. Okay, Flame Demon is rad. It does take forever to cast our spells now. But when we cast them, holy. Yeah, they're going Insano style now. Okay. Basic attacks are up, doing more damage now. Flame Demon's not doing that much, unfortunately. But it is teleporting us around, which is pretty cool. More EXP. Whenever you deflect, an enemy hacks the spell, gains 10 spell power for its next 3 casts or auto casts. Fire an infernal laser towards your current target, dealing 70 damage to enemies hit. Could get Infernum. I don't think I care, though. I don't care about any of these, actually. Reaver. We could. I think I'm pretty happy with what we have, though. Whenever you cast any other attack spell, auto-cast a spell at 50%. Okay, that seems really strong, though. Conjure an array of ethereal swords that deal 70 damage in an area at a random enemy's location. Spell power scales both damage and area. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Bench is full again. I don't think we're using this. I keep trying to put it in the gem slot. We'll grab this. I think we'll get rid of this. I just now realized that we have more slots, and that upsets me. Okay. Fair enough. Let's toss in another one of these, because every time we cast a spirit spell, we're getting healed. What is this? Dash toward a random enemy's direction, conjuring 5 icy explosions along the way. Each explosion deals 50 damage in area. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now we've got Reaver 3. Cool. Sure. Seems fine. I mean, if nothing else, that'll help us dodge X's. Whenever we cast... So, our thing about making our spells extremely expensive kind of works directly against this guy. Which is a bummer. Flame Demon going crazy right now. We are taking a lot of damage. Can't help but notice. I wonder if there's a reason Or if it's a good idea, I should say, to use less than the maximum amount of spells you can have. Range enemies spawn a homing missile on death, dealing 20 damage. These missiles can be evaded. Enemy hexes deal 200% more damage to you if you have an active shield. We don't have shields. Projectile spells cost 5 more mana to cast. I don't care about that. 20 spell power, gain 1% bonus area for each bonus spell power. 3% increased damage. Okay. I don't like that. Starting at level 6, your spell reserve will increase in size as you level up. Neat. Okay, what do we want to give bonus spell power to? Preferably something that activates at a specific amount. We're currently already activating this. Does this count as bonus spell power? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, Dark Gambit's already our strongest move, so let's toss it there. And also upgrade it. Holy. Probably should have read what that did. My bad. Eclipse. We do like Eclipse. What do you do? Channel for 3 seconds, firing 100 bullets in random directions. Holy crap. Each bullet deals 30 damage to the first enemy hit. At the end of the channel, fire 20 piercing bullets in all directions. Bonus projectiles add 5 additional piercing bullets. Okay. I will grab that because you're Eclipse. And I don't think it matters which one of these two I replace. Guess I'll do this one. Sure. All right, let's head in. I don't know about this channeling. Okay, we seem to have deflected a lot right there. Is there a fast forward mode? There is. Just because we're getting close to the end of the video, and I'd like to see if I could beat a run. I don't know if there's a way for us to tell how close we are to the end. Fight 11 out of 25, nowhere near. I took way too long. Dark Gambit's doing a crazy amount of damage, by the way. Holy crap. Is there a 3 times speed? No. Select the mastery upgrade. Eclipse trait now affects your 5 rightmost spells. That's what I like. That's what we currently have. This is just adding something to it. Gain the Doom Quiver trait. Increase the spell's base damage to 75. I don't care about that. Mana block every spell not affected by the Eclipse trait. Do I want that? I don't think I do, but I guess I'll choose it. Sure. I don't care about any of this stuff. Since spells have 25% reduced spell power, would generate 40% bonus mana. Most of our spells do something, so no thank you. I don't think so. I don't think so on these either. Just pass. Okay. I guess maybe we're getting to a point where shop refreshes are probably the better idea than levels, perhaps. To try and keep a cohesive build. I will say we're going kind of crazy, though, considering my build's mostly trash, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Actually not good that we have this mana blocked. Each hero you play has a unique passive ability. Yep, okay, we know that. Okay, we're actually going to move you over this way, though, since you cast automatically. I'm going to still do that because I'm a stupid man. I don't want any of you. Don't want any of you. Okay. Really feeling like I got to stop doing EXP and start taking rerolls. Assuming I live long enough for that to come up again. Okay. Kind of going wacky and wild with it. We're taking a lot of damage, though. Can't help but notice. I guess by mana blocking these other spells, we are... Ooh, we're going to die. Yeah, we died. Yikes. Okay, we made it. Enemy rarity. Enemies come in various rarities that determine their overall strength. From weakest to strongest, enemies can be common, royal, mythic, and godly. Shown with the purple skull icon next to their health bar. Godly are shown with an orange. Okay. When we cast a buff spell, gain 30 shield. Get a random assortment of buff spells. Buff spells gain multicast 1 and 25% increased mana regen. Seems good. We don't really have buff spells, though. Yeah, we have no buff spells, as a matter of fact. Every 5 seconds, cast Bloom. Bloom, create a flower field at a random enemy's location. While you stand inside of the flower field, gain 40 evasion score, 40 hex deflection score, and 10 health regen. Sounds good. Autocast your highest cost attack spell whenever you cast Bloom. Also sounds very good. Whenever you cast an attack spell, gain an evasion score equal to 100% of the spell's mana cost for 8 seconds. Pretty strong. All attack spells gain 25% increased mana cost and 25% bonus power. That does mesh pretty well with this. And this. So let's do it. I do think it's stupid, though, to be clear. And, I mean, we're about to level up, so I pretty much have to, right? The answer's no, I don't. I'm stupid. 16, huh? Okay. Just got beefy all of a sudden. Don't care. I don't care. What is this? Mage Barrier? Whenever any shield expires, grant adjacent spells 15 spell power that I can cast. Short dash. Okay. Pretty cool. I don't want either of those things, though. No. We already saw that. No. No. Holy crap. Pretty good, but no. Yes. No. Yes. No. What is this? 100% more mana. Grants 1 random spell, 10 spell power. Cool. But no. 25% increased attack damage for 5 seconds whatever evade. We saw that already. Saw all these. Okay, sick. No. What is this? Chains of Madness. Hero Chains. Dealing 85 damage to all enemies hit. Conjure additional set. Oh, thank you. No. No. Okay, we're done. I'm realizing now I have another spell slot. I should have picked something. I'm a dumb man. Okay. Oh, boy. Crap. Okay. It's fine. I guess. I don't feel great about it. Should have been paying more attention. Air spells cost so much. We do seem to be doing a lot better than previously, though. And I feel like that thing we just killed was godly. Okay, we're currently fighting a godly and a mythical. And we don't seem to care. How much damage are we doing? Holy Dark Gambit. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to take 4 additional shop refreshes. No. 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 Yes. Boy. We'll do this. Now we have additional refreshes. We'll look at this. No. Take that. I should look into putting that gem on this thing that casts automatically, because that might help. Okay. We go, like, really insane when we berserk. I do think we're dying here. Because we're not doing enough damage, and we're taking a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're big dead for sure. Right? Yeah, there's no way. There's so many enemies here. The real question is, are we going to die a second time? Because I think that's our last death that we get. Okay. Enemies have a 20% chance of spawning 1 tier higher. Area spells have 40% reduced area. That sucks for us. Projectile spells, meh. 15 mana cost, refill 1, fire 3 additional projectiles. Who cares? Generate 40% less rage. Enemy hexes that get deflected have 75% chance, blah, blah, blah. Heal every other nearby enemy unit on death. Sounds awful. Refill 1, drain 25 spell power from each adjacent spell. Okay. Yeah, we really do have to go shortly here. Oop. I am having a lot of fun. Okay. I mean, there's not really a reason not to use that. No. Yes. Nice. No. What is this? Summon an eyeball encased in ice above yourself. Fires 5 blasts, each dealing 40 damage. Okay, cool. Yes. Sure. Nice. Sure. Okay, that's it. All right. I think this is going to have to be our last one. I'm sorry for taking so long. I wish I could have gotten through a run. We might even die here, though, to be fair. So we'll see. But yeah, this game is really cool. There's a lot of different traits here, which I think is really neat. It looks like we might have seen, or at least equipped all of them except for one, maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening here. The spells seem pretty unique. I like that some of them have passives, some of them have actives, and they all interact in cool ways. The gems change up a lot, like that one gem that increases our attack power, or sorry, our spell power and our mana costs has changed things a lot. I don't know in good ways, but it certainly changed things. Oh boy, you're going to try and get me to keep playing, huh? Can't, though. I really can't. Okay, we got one more. That's fine. We'll do one more. Surely we're going to die soon, right? But yeah, it's really neat. I like how everything's interacting here. I can definitely see how you can craft really interesting and unique builds. A lot of the spells have positional mechanics that change things around a lot. And yeah, I mean, it seems really deep with the synergies that you can make, which is a lot of fun for me personally. I think that's neat. And we seem to be dying here, maybe. No, we lived again. No, there's no way we're getting through this, right? Oh my god. Are we? No, there's no way. Okay, that's where we're calling it. We got defeated. My build sucked. I challenge you to do better. I'm sure that you can. And let's see. This says gain +1 wish list. If cast with at least 7,000 wish lists, make the developer of this game very happy. That's a good developer joke. I appreciate that. May cause an irrational urge to share this game with friends. I think the game is great. I think the developer did a great job. And you should definitely wishlist it, just like the dev said. I know I will be right after this. And yeah, if you want to see more when it comes out, I'd be very happy to try it. I think that's pretty far away, but I encourage you to check out the playtest yourself. It should still be available depending on when this game goes out. I clicked it and got in instantly, so I assume it'll happen the same way for you, but, you know, who knows? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check out the demo, wishlist the game, helps out developers a lot. If you want to help me out a lot, I'd appreciate it greatly if you left a comment and or a like. That will increase engagement in the channel, get me noticed by more people, and I'd appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Quantic Flux. If you want to see more from me, I put out a new video every single day in the Check It Out series, which you just watched, where I check out a new, usually indie, usually roguelike game, though I do switch it up on occasion. That sounds like something you'd like to see more of. I'd be happy to have you subscribed. Thanks again for your time. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope I see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.